Sorry about that, folks. We're having a few technical issues here. Hopefully we've worked through them and commentary is coming through now. Stetson with possession in the back line, but the Governors are pressing, trying to force a turnover as Thielen brings it forward. She finds Washington, who's carrying the ball, still carrying the ball with some contact there. Over to Padilla. Padilla chip forward looking for Struble. Misplayed in the box. Struble's got a chance for this still, but cleared out for a throw-in. Or I stand corrected, still in play. I thought it would have went out for a throw-in, but the Governors collect and they have possession. They're going forward. But the ref signals for the throw-in now. We're scoreless here, about 5 minutes in, since the clock is not always in frame and the score bug is not working. Story to this one so far, not a lot of chances in the early going. About 50-50 possession here between the Governors and the Hatters. If there were any chances that were to be classified the chance of the game, it would have been a cross early on from Austin Peay that kind of took the breath away from the home crowd here, as they had a shot attempt on goal from a very close angle, but she just missed wide. Hatters taking it down the left. This is Hannah Arve with it now before playing it back, and they're probably going to rotate it around the end. That's back all the way to Ashley Wise, who's starting in goal this evening. Wise to Bretthauer, and Bretthauer just gets it back to Wise before that pressure gets up there and forces a turnover. It's Alexander with it now, and Niederhauser chasing her until she plays to Thielen, and the wall pass works as they 1-2 with each other up the left sideline. But they can't seem to connect on that ball to the right wing there. Massey gets the turnover and finds Washington. But a lot of possession here and not a lot to show for it early on. As AP takes the ball and they look to break, they got some numbers forward. There's the through ball attempt. But Wise has it covered. Collects to give Stetson possession again. Good idea from AP early to try to send that through ball. The runner looked like she may have beat the outside back there, but Wise quickly to cover for her and pick up that ball. Quite a ways out before she plays forward to Washington here, but Washington collects and keeps it in bounds before juking around that defender on the right side. She's around another one and sprinting for that end line. Low cross comes in, played for one, and deflected before Arve could put a shot on net. Here comes Alexander. This should be a nice, well, I thought she was going to cross it, but ended up taking a shot on net that Dion collects a save off of. Now Dion will give the visiting side some possession here. Stetson wins the 50-50 ball. That was Telma Siff there to slide there. Ref trying to play advantage, but there was none, so he'll give a free kick and put Stetson in here into a set piece opportunity. That's Kylie Thielen who's standing over the ball now. She's going to reposition it here before she boots this thing forward. She would normally like to shoot in a situation like this, but from 50 yards out, for what I'm guessing is about 50 out, she'll put this one over the top. Good service in. Defense with a header, but not cleared yet. Out of the box. They're trying to find Niederhauser, but that's going to find the end line for a throw-in, which Alexander will collect and put it back into play. It's down the sideline for Washington there. Turns and tries to move forward there. AP almost collects possession, but can't keep it on the field. One good thing about my position here is I'm right off this near sideline next to the cameras. Struble gets in there and puts a shot, not quite on target, but Dion has it covered regardless. One good thing, Stetson likes attacking on the right. which in the half where they're facing south, that would be right on the camera, that puts them right in front of me. Helps my eyes out. Saying that, we're about in the middle of the field as Buadader and Massey can't really contain control of it, and AP's trying to get forward, but they give it back to Thielen, who plays it back to Wise, who boots it forward. Couldn't quite keep that one in play, and AP will throw it in. We're about 10 minutes in, 0-0 score. Austin Peay puts it in, the Governors there. One thing I pondered in the pregame is with a traditional team name, like Falcons or the Bears, you get a pack or some plural of the form. I do not know the plural form of Governors here off the top of my head. The one suggestion I got was the Asylum because they're all crazy. But regardless, the Governors are on an attack here, and right outside the 18, we'll see if they can cross it in and put together a chance. As it goes towards that end line, couldn't keep the cross in the field of play, and that'll be out for a goal kick. Ashley Wise making the start for the Hatters today. She's been splitting time with Sarah Grimmett as she took a nasty bump against UNF, and they've kind of been battling for that top spot. They're both competitors. Wise on the field, obviously, for today. Grimmett had the last start at Eastern Kentucky. Stetson's trying to make forward, but a miscommunication there between Padilla and Washington kind of kills the momentum there. Padilla goes down, but no call. Ref did not even motion. Ball went out of play, and it'll be a Governor throw there. That was Hannah Arve on the defense trying to jockey that ball away. That far side of the field, you've got Dries, who I think is carrying it now, but I'm not certain, and she plays it in. I believe that was 25 McMahon who played it over there. Now they got an attack coming forward, but good tackle there by Massey. Soccer tackle there, and the ball squirts free. Still kind of loose, but being fought for hard, contested by both teams. A couple players go down and look at the ref. He just hangs onto the whistle, lets them play on. To be fair, I think that call was kind of right. They both kind of fouled each other, but neither team came out with advantage there, so no point in whistling that. That Thielen steps forward, trying to find Struble on the through ball there. Might actually come to fruition, though, as she takes it back. Put her head down and put laces through it. Unfortunately, that ball did not go where she wanted. Looked a bit disgusted with herself afterwards, but developed a chance from stepping forward and playing physical and creating a turnover. Dion lines it up, hand in the air, brings it down, and she'll fire that goal kick forward. Massey heads it forward. Struble controls. Good pass to Padilla there to set her up as she finds Washington. Washington trying to get around the edge. She might just do it and get a cross in here. Still Washington, but tackled out of bounds for a throw. Alexander up there to collect it. Don't know how fast the Hatters want to move here, too. She throws to Washington, who's shielding, got a defender on her back, finds Struble. Struble, I'm not sure what she was doing there, but off the side of her foot and squirts back to the defense. Brett Howard to collect, and Stetson will regroup. Sends it forward there. Austin Peay wins the first header, and then they win the second ball. They got good possession now around the back as they build up and try to move forward. As the game shifts down to the left, the north side of the pitch. Good carry and got around to Arve, but Arve tracking back in defense and not giving up the free run there. Tries to cross it, but deflected. Brett Howard collects. She sends it forward looking for Padilla. Did good to trap the ball, but just couldn't bring it down and control it in the field of play. As now AP may be developing a chance. Got low, and I think they just earned their first corner of the match, and the assistant ref agrees with me, or I agree with him, depending on your outlook.
at the right ledge. Hold still. Ready?
This will be Hesterman on the corner here. Over on the right-hand side of it. This one should be high in the air and swinging out towards us. Very close to that end line, and that flag in the air wasn't for offsides in that case. That flag in the air indicated the ball had sailed out of bounds following the corner kick. It'd be a goal kick. It did look near that end line. It was a good cross, just not good enough when they go over the line like that and they're unplayable. Wise was tracking back, and it would have been a tough defensive effort if AP had managed to get ahead on the other end of that. But Wise will put it back in play for the Hatters. We'll see what they can develop here. In the air. Off AP, 50-50 ball still being fought for the second ball, and AP is running forward. But a giveaway and kind of an unforced clearance there kind of gave AP a chance there, but Stetson collecting possession now and trying to move forward there. Buadaughter plays it over to Massey. Massey back to Thielen. Thielen over to Alexander. Alexander pushing forward, looking for Washington. Finds Washington. Washington with a big path inside. Has Padilla on her left, Struble on her right. As she's cutting back and forth. Struble now in front of her. Gives it to Buadaughter in the back. Back to Massey. Back all the way to Brett Hauer. Brett Hauer pushing forward. Arve was set up with a marker on her. One touched it wide, but Gautier, who's over there on that left back position, could not quite get up to her. AP will start back going forward. It's either Dries or Hesterman with it. I can't quite tell, can't see a number real clearly. AP throws it in, and they got a bit of an advantage there. They had 2-on-2, but now the Hatters are tracking back. But kind of an open shot there. That was Baumgart there. Had a bit of an open shot, wheeled it forward, and just kind of reared back and took a shot. One of Ashley Wise's weaknesses, it's biological. She can't do a lot about it. She's 5'5", and if that ball is over her and sneaks under that crossbar there, there's not a lot she can do about it besides time her jump perfectly. Regardless, it missed, and Stetson dodges another bullet, but they may have one to contend with. Here is another shot, and Ashley Wise makes a save. Her first of the match. Gave away the free kick, and good taking advantage from the front line there is she chested it down, and she did not chest it to a defender. She found open pitch to play it to and took it herself and created a chance there. This is Washington trying to create a chance now. And Stetson will maintain possession of as they ruled that was last touched by Roberts. Massey's got it. She's got time to turn with him before she gets closed out by McPhee. Wide to Gautier. Up to Padilla, who tries to play it in, but plays it off of Dries, and Stetson will throw it in to restart it. We're roughly 18 minutes into this first half here. And we are scoreless so far. Couple chances both ways, but the chances have been at a premium here. Lots of possession in the midfield, but the defenses have clamped down when the teams have moved forward. That and the finishing, as the coaches might say, has not been clinical enough. Here's Washington, though. That goes to Padilla. Padilla being closed out, dancing around the top circle. Not sure if she was trying to shoot that one and just mishit it, or if she was trying to look through a through ball. She had Struble on the left and Washington on the right, and kind of split it between both of them, with neither able to really come forward. A deflection right there, though, with enough power could have been brutal on keeper Dion back in the net. Dion plays it forward. Still bouncing around here. We'll see who can take control of the 50-50 ball as they just head it back and forth to each other. Here's AP going forward. Down the sideline, I believe that's either Roberts or Dees that came up. It was a single-digit number, I can tell you that, but they got another chance as it's not over here. Deflection takes it out. They were looking for 13 there, McPhee there, but bounced up, caught her on the elbow. Handball. Stetson's had their opportunities in the offensive side of the pitch. But I think opportunities are about equal, but if we're talking quality here, I think the more quality of chances have gone the visitors' way to start this one off. Now, speaking into existence, 50-50 ball. I talk good about the visitors. They collect possession, and they're starting to string together a couple passes till Chloe Washington gets in the way of that one. Plays it off the defender, earns a throw-in to take possession back for the home side. Alexander with it now. She's surveying the situation, wants some mobility there, throws for Washington. Washington cutting inside. Came across two Governors there. They must have met. Maybe future Tennessee Governors, as Austin Peay is located in Clarksville, Tennessee, and trying to play for Washington. Washington had her attention elsewhere, and it goes out for a Governor throw-in now. Shank puts it into play, and that's 22 Anderson carrying it forward there till Buadacher takes it away and tries to find Washington again, but just not reading her body language right and connecting with the passes. We'll see if they can get on the same page as the throw-in goes in for the Governors here. That's Niederhauser, normally number 9, number 35 tonight. She tries to play over the top, and it's going to get there after a head. Cleared out, but not that far. Sent back in. Good shielding there. Waiting for a signal here, and corner finally given. It took a couple deflections, and there was a lot of shielding between the two. Unfortunately, due to a post here, we can't quite put the ball on the corner here so to see you taking it. But this should be an in-swinger off the right foot of, I believe that's Hesterman over there taking it, number 11, but I'll have to verify that in a second. Anyway, cross comes in, headed and in the net. Austin Peay strikes first. 1-0 to the visitors. Free running header and just redirected into the nets, and the visitors are on top. Roughly halfway through the first half, 23rd minute, 23:35 left on the countdown clock. And Stetson finds themselves down by 1. As you heard, or I hope you could hear, George Woodell, our PA guy, calling 25 McMahon with the goal and number 11 Hesterman with the assist. We can see how this momentum shifts, and we can see if there's a regroup, and Gautier gives up the foul right there. Be a free kick around midfield for Austin Peay. The run of play was kind of neutral there, so they kind of hit Stetson on that one, and now they've taken momentum, and they're really pushing it forward. High arcing cross comes in. Wise off her line, punches it away, but only makes it about 5 yards outside the box. As Anderson controls it right now, tried to play it through. Booted clear, but maintaining possession until they give it to Padilla, and she can turn and run forward with it. Defense coming up on here and tackled away from her, and Austin Peay jumps on it moving forward. I believe that's Dries with it on the sideline there. Cross or shot from Dries, I'm not sure, hit off her own player, who looks like she did not expect that one. And it pops back out for Stetson, and they got a chance to come forward here now. That's Struble with it on the left there, trying to split the defense before being turned back. Back to Massey around the side, and Stetson's overloaded to the left, and here comes Alexander forward on the right. She's got a runner ahead of her. Couple runners. Bounces off, and it's still loose in the box till Dion runs and dives on it. A chance there, but not clinical enough for the Hatters. 1-0 on the scoreboard. We just saw it a couple minutes ago if you're just now joining us. Visitors came on top off an in-swinging corner kick that McMahon got her head to, number 25 for AP. Arve and Gautier trying to connect over there, but AP takes it back. AP has been strong down that right-hand sideline. And they try to outlet over there to Arve again, but can't quite do it. And that midfield for AP is just swarming right now as they're making another chance coming forward. Trying to be clinical with it, but Brett Hauer gets her foot in there and clears it. Arve in a bit of a foot race, taps it forward, but no one there to play it, and now we got some subs. And AP throws it back into play here as we have some subs each way. Stetson held one off there, and we'll get another change here the next time it goes over that end line for the Hatters. Cleared out of bounds there as AP is not really in a rush because the defense is back there. They're trying to plan out this throw as they send it in, and between four Hatters, but they don't really collapse on them there too much, and they're trying to send it forward again, but not a real easy outlet option there to go to the forward there. And then that clearance was right where Struble vacated to try to run down that other ball. Alexander fighting with Niederhauser there over on the corner trying to get a hold of this. She plays it into Thielen. Thielen up to Massey. Massey getting covered but dropping back. Here comes the pass forward and chested wide by Struble, but taken away with a good trap by the Governors there, and they're trying to go forward. Niederhauser had it briefly, but couldn't maintain control, and Stetson's trying to go quick here, but they don't have the numbers forward to deal with that back group of defenders there. Massey finds Washington down the side. Washington jockeying, gets around the defender, plays it in, and cleared back out. Struble was making the run, but mistimed it there. Alexander touched it out. And here comes AP trying to get down the sideline. Thielen called for the foul as her arm get wide, and she's going to see yellow after this one. That arm got up there a little high, so I guess he's thinking she got her in the face, which was definitely possible there. I thought it was shoulder, but I'm also not the one making the call down there. Regardless, yellow card to Kylie Thielen here. Yep, 21 Kylie Thielen picks up the yellow there. Now we'll see what this free kick can be done as that's played long in there, but Wise settles under it, and that's a can of corn for a center fielder there. She just gathers it.
Yellow card is issued in the 25th minute of the first half.
As you may have heard George Woodill come across on the broadcast there. We're kind of stepping on each other. He's announcing that Kylie Thielen got a yellow card there, 25th minute. We're back in play here. Right now, we're sitting 1-0 Governors here at the ATC in DeLand, Florida. We got about an average seasonable night for this, but if you're Austin Peay and you're coming from Tennessee right now, where those low temperatures at nights are probably hitting maybe the 30s, about the 40s. We're about 75 degrees and muggy here, and if you're on that field, that's very hot there. They should be enjoying this trip as they're going to make their way to Florida Gulf Coast on Sunday. I'm not certain if they'll go all the way to Fort Myers because of the damage from Hurricane Ian. Florida Gulf Coast has been playing a lot of their games up at St. Petersburg right now. But either way, they're staying in Florida through the duration of the weekend. And right now they're enjoying themselves as they're up 1-0. Bit of a touch foul there, but maybe that's just the ref want to maintain control there. That was LaLance there on Massey. Number 20 there, Allison LaLance, came on in this last pair of changes here as Thielen brings it forward and the Hatters set up this free kick opportunity. The Hatters have been deadly on set pieces. We'll see if they got something stored here as Thielen sends it forward. And she beats everybody, but not on target, and Dion had it covered regardless, but here come the subs. Brittingham comes on for the Hatters, replacing Gautier. This is a like-for-like swap, and she'll be that left back over there, far side. Massey was trying to turn there and hit off her arm there while coming down. Sometimes they let that one slide because it would have been off her stomach or chest there. But called this one, and the Governors are going to set up to boot this one over the top. Another opportunity for the visiting side. McMahon knocks it forward. Pretty good clearance there. Had time to back down the defender and set up, and the Governors had it in the final third. They're going to back it out and maybe play this one in again. Over the top here. Thielen with a head on it. Not done yet, though. Just outside the goal box as the Hatter defense has to group up and mount. But good seal out by Alexander there. She was trying to seal for the goal kick and eventually just either out of frustration or inability to get it, just two hands on the back and got pushed down there. That was Haley Patterson, I believe another one of the subs for the visiting Austin Peay Governors who had came in, committed that foul. Wise sends it forward. Massey with the initial header. Good seal out by Washington, and I suppose it was not that good of a seal out by Washington. She had the defender on her back, and she's called for the foul. Deemed to have obstructed Cassidy Schenk there. And after a moderately clean first 20-some minutes, we've had 3 whistles in about the last 2. McMahon boots this one forward. It's going to drop a bit early. Thielen heads it forward. Washington with a chance to take it. Kind of a 50-50 ball. She didn't want to go that deep for it and ends up losing the race. Bit of a dangerous kick there, but no connection at all. Maybe it just looked dangerous and there was actually a couple feet with depth perception there, but that foot got pretty high in the air and it looked like it was near a face. Regardless, AP ball, and they're not thinking about that. They're going forward until they're going backwards to go forward again. There's a closeout as it's dribbled in. Tried to play in. I believe it was McMahon all the way up there, but I'm not certain. McMahon I have marked as a defender back there, but I believe she might have rotated forward. 25, Lindsey McMahon, sophomore, listed here actually as a midfielder out of sophomore midfielder out of Fountain Hills, Arizona. As you may have heard George Woodill in the background, Gabby Padilla departs to make room for Georgia Place, who has come on. As that ball is played over the top, and immediately Place gets her first touch, and Stetson's on attack. She's trying to find Struble on the outside here. Struble comes down with it, charging for that inline, but cutting back. She's got Washington near her, but loses the one-on-one. They're still fighting for it. She jockeys it away, and Massey picks it up. Move to the middle. That was Alexis Smith right there, number 16. I believe it's her first touch of the contest, too. As Massey and Alexander plays it forward. Good juke to the outside, and Alexander has some opponents beat, plays the inside, drops for Washington, tried to play in, still not danger done. Shot from Alexander, but saved. Not a bad shot through traffic, but Dion had it pretty well covered there in goal for AP. Occasionally you hope for just a deflection to beat her or for her to lose sight of it with somebody going in front of her, but no such luck for the Hatters right there. Thielen takes it away, and she's pressing forward. Little bit of a stiff arm there as she makes kind of a halfback move before retreating and letting Massey have it and returning to her center back position. Trying to play it to Brittingham, but couldn't keep it under control and gives up a throw into AP. They'll come forward here, already in a pretty good part of the pitch here, allowing their defense to step up here. They're playing awful high as a defensive back line on AP, but they've been dropping quick here. They haven't been trying the high line trap for offside, but AP with a cross there that looked to be a bit of a slow roller, but Thielen kind of missed on it there, and AP had a chance, but they weren't paying attention to it either before it got smacked clear. Kind of a low cross put in there earlier, maybe a shot. Not sure if it was a shot from that range, but Wise had it covered regardless as she boots it forward here. Place trying to head it forward. She does, but the defender can't really control it, and Place comes back up with it. There's a through ball down the line. That's going to connect with Chloe Washington down there near that corner. Washington comes back onto her right foot, beats a pair of defenders, but foot stuck in there ruins her progress, but the Hatters still have it as the cross comes in towards Arve, headed away in front of her, but Arve gets the call outside the box, right on the edge of that penalty line. I think if that was inside the box, I don't believe they'd have blown the whistle there. But since it was just outside the box, that would have been a tough penalty call to grant. I can kind of sympathize with the refs there. They don't want to do too much to affect the game, but if you commit a penalty in the box that's penalty worthy, they immediately give it. That one was a bit close there, but since it's outside the box, they'll blow the whistle there, let a wall get set up, and basically make the offensive team earn that goal if they get one here. Thielen coming up to place this one, and she has a rocket of a leg that she likes to shoot down here. Watch for the back post here. She'll go for deflections off defenders, deflections off offensive players, redirects, you name it. The Hatters just want a tying goal out of this as we just go over the 35th minute here, waiting for the ref's whistle here to put this one back into play. Here we go. Thielen approaches, smashes it, but right into the wall. Thielen back up with a shot, blocked, and that one's sent back out. Brittingham keeps it in the offensive side of the field as the defense runs forward. She's trying to play over the top, but can't quite connect with anyone. And now it's fully cleared away. Alexander controls it, tries to play it forward. Place finds Massey as Stetson starts to control. Smith with it now, turning out to Place. She's got Alexander behind her, but she turns it inside and jukes anyway before a pair of Governors there step up and knock it free, and then it gets cleared. And we got a bit of a foot race here as Niederhauser picks it up initially. Niederhauser with a shot. Just a little too much on it as it goes over the crossbar. Chance developed for mostly nothing on a quick counterattack.
Substitution.
Zoe Weinberger comes on for her first appearance of the night. This one will not be a straight swap. They push Arve up into that striker position as Zoe Weinberger's really good on that left wing. They'll put her out there and let her run. She has great pace, great ball control, and she can stretch that defense if they can get her to it and get her in the open there. Right now, Austin Peay collects. They rotate around to throw. That's Robert sent it deep down there, and good control by the Governors, but Bad and heavy touch there. Won't call it a bad touch. Heavy touch there. Kind of puts it out of reach. And Wise is going to dribble around, see if she can get anyone to bite on her. And couldn't do it, so just picking it up, and she'll pummel this thing forward. Didn't quite get all of it there. Brittingham was trying to play it to Smith. Played a little too hard. Caught her in the thigh and bounced free. And now AP's running back down the sideline. That's Weinberger tracking back from her winger spot to defend that run. Now she's rotated inside before clearing it forward there. Really, the momentum turned with the goal on the night, and AP is playing with a lot of confidence going forward right now. They got the 1-goal lead. They're not really used to being in this position, but they've really came and brought their A game to DeLand here tonight. As the cross comes in and doesn't quite come in enough and sails over the end line. A little under 7 minutes to go now as Wise places this one for a goal kick. Wise delays. There, lays into it. Massey with the first header. We'll see who wins the second ball, and it looks like it's going to be Washington shielding it, but she's surrounded, and she dribbles her way out of it. She draws the foul there. She juked around. Got the ball around LaLance there and just kind of collided, and that one usually goes the offense's way when it's outside the box there. Sometimes when it's within, but almost every time outside. Thielen lining up over this one. I don't think she'll be shooting this one either, but she'll play it over the top, give a good service to get ahead on here. Great service, has to be punched away by Dion there. Brittingham collides with the Governor trying to collect there. That's Dries. And Brittingham puts a couple hands on her back. Easy call for the ref. Ends that opportunity for the Hatters. McMahon puts it back into play. She's going to try to boot over the top here. Headed backwards, collected by Wise. It's a good defensive play to do that, but it almost ended up being dangerous there. I believe it was Brett Hauer played it off the top of her head going backwards there. Wise rolls it out, sends it forward, 50-50 ball. Possession still being fought before Alexander sends it over the top. Weinberger's going to give this one a go and try to run that one down, and eventually takes control of it. No one really to play it to, though, once she did have it. She gave Dries a scare on that right back position, as Dries was not expecting that kind of pace. Weinberger came in a couple minutes ago. Dries has been running up and down that sideline for about 40 minutes now. Bit different trying to catch someone fresh. Dion puts it back into play. Weinberger heads it forward. Miscommunication at the back for AP, but no damage done, as they had 3 back to only 1 attacking player, and that was Arve. Stetson heads that one out to prevent a counterattack there, and AP will take their time to throw this one in. That half is winding down, and they're still sitting on that 1-0 lead. Hatter bench appealing for a foul there, not getting one, but they come up with the ball anyway as Smith has it. Tries to play it in, but a soft touch gives it right back to AP as they're coming forward, trying to go over the top. Thielen tried to play it off to a teammate, but the Governor ran onto it, and it's kind of a bit helter-skelter as they're going forward. Washington not much to do with it other than throw it forward and get it out of the danger area. And AP will restart us with a throw-in. That's Roberts with the ball, chucks it forward. Eventually controlled. That should be Niederhauser there with 35, but normally number 9. She plays it in. Good pass, but Brett Hauer just sends that one ball with a lot of backspin over the end line. Now they can't decide which ball they want to give to Roberts. Overhead going forward there. Controlled by the Governors. Sent in. Cross pass, and Weinberger's in a bit of trouble here. She got the one defender in front of her. Can't afford to defend both. Forces the pass outside, and the Governors get around the edge here. Cross comes in. Oh, a shot and a save there. Just kind of reflex actions. Job's not done yet as Wise makes another save. Big sequence for Ashley Wise. Prevented a pair of goals from miscommunication and a good save from a shot that was definitely going to go under that crossbar and over her. It's another, I believe this will be number 11 again from the right-hand side. That's Heisterman. Oh, they did it from the far side, and it went out of bounds again. Where Wise had saved it, our entire staff was looking over here at the near corner because the pillar's in the way here. We look up, and they're taking it from the other side. Regardless, no harm done to the home team as now Wise puts it back into play with just over 90 seconds left in the half. Stetson with the chance here. Weinberger with a step collects. She's going down the sideline. She was trying to just outspeed her opponent and almost got the corner about as far as you can get down the sideline and still have a throw in. Just in front of that corner flag. So Stetson numbers move forward here. They try to find an equalizer, wait and a half.
1 minute, less than 1 minute remains in the first half.
Ball comes in. I believe that's Arve with it, trying to find Smith. Back out. Cross coming in over the top. Place is there if she can get to it. Place and Governor looked like their heads kind of combined going for that one. Meeting of the minds, if you're familiar with the wrestling terminology there. But both of them appear to be up and fine. Home crowd wanted a penalty, but that really looked split about 50-50 from my eyes. Now Place with it again. Tries to turn and go through. Governors collect possession. We're down to 20 seconds now. They're going to see if they can get something else out of this. Thielen with a good shoulder, but she's still coming forward. About 13 seconds left on the clock here as Washington has it. She had no choice but to cut in to try to create something. Throw's going to AP. They're not going to take it, and that's going to be the end of our first half. 1-0 your score to the visitors, getting a crucial set-piece goal off a corner. 25 McMahon, Lindsay McMahon gets the goal, coming off the corner kick kicked by Clara Hesterman. We're going to take a bit of a break with the teams here at the half, and then we'll reset for the second half here in DeLand, Florida at the ATC. This is a Hatter Vision production. Welcome back to the ATC as we're here for the second half between Austin Peay and Stetson. Austin Peay up by 1 as Stetson kicks off and starts this half off, but we've kind of been in control here. Here's Arve on the left, actually going forward. There's Padilla there with Chloe Washington streaking by off her foot, looking for Struble, but a little too close, and Dion collects. Live stats should be up good to go right now. We've had technical difficulties all night, but we're fighting through this broadcast here. Dion puts it back into play for the visitors. 50-50 ball as Arve approaches it here. AP plays it back. Bit of back and forth here. One halftime change I can see in front of me. That's Avery Wise. Ashley Wise's sister, 33 on this near side. She's playing left back there. As Massey jockeys for the ball, that's Wise now picking up. Almost got it crossed into. Off of Thielen's head. Chance isn't over yet. Shot and blocked. Then sent out, not done yet, and Massey puts it over the top. Struble trying to run this one down, but can't quite make it before the defense cleans it up, and Struble plays it out of bounds. She was appealing for the ball there, but the ref wasn't having anything of it. McMahon was guarding Struble there. The lone goal in today's contest has actually been scored by a center back on a set piece. Number 25, Lindsey McMahon, guarding Struble there with the only goal. Number 11, that's Clara Heisterman, has the assist on that off the corner kick. Stetson called for the foul as AP will come forward and set up for the free kick. Sending everybody forward. McMahon will be the one to take it back here from about 15 yards on the Austin Peay side of the field. Sends it forward over the top here. Not really cleared away, but 50-50 ball. I believe Washington's going to be... Washington actually drew the foul there. I wasn't sure which way that was going. Just kind of a collision there, stopping the clock here. He's waving the trainer out to have a look at someone. I'm not sure if it was the girl involved in the foul or not. Protocol states if there's anything that happens to the player's head, if she hits a turf a little too hard, even if she seems fine, it's concussion protocol to take her out and immediately evaluate.
Enter the game.
So this will be a medical sub, which circumvents the normal substitution rules. If you're unfamiliar with them, a player can only enter a half once unless they are replacing an injured player. This ball coming over the top. Austin Peay with the initial one header. Washington comes up with it and tries to make a chance before it's cleared out of bounds for a throw down there in that far corner flag. Cardinal directions here. The Hatters are attacking the north goal in this half. That would be your left on your YouTube monitor. Whether you're using a television, phone screen, regardless, still on that left. This Struble coming in. Struble with a shot and a goal! I thought she was slipping down there, but she got a foot to it and curled it in the left upper 90 there, and the Hatters have tied it. Number 8, Maggie Struble with the equalizer, and 1-1 a couple minutes into the second half. I believe that's going to be about the 50th minute this goal is scored. We'll wait for George Woodill to call it out there. I was trying to make sure I didn't get his last name messed up. AP also making a sub. I believe that was your injured player coming back in. Should be a like-for-like change on that one.
Stetson Hatters.
And I was just looking and it's not even that they're not focused. I just couldn't see
Number 8,
I could see something in a second.
There we go. Good call, George. There may be an assist to go with that goal, but we'll have to check back later. It's just one of those things that's hard to track, especially when something looks fluky like that. But Stetson has some renewed vigor here with the now tied scored with over 41 minutes of soccer still to be played here. Trying to show you off the scoreboard, thought we had a moment there, but the throw-in came quick. I believe my cameraman might have thought it was a corner kick and he had time to set up for it there. He gave a little grin though. He got back on before anything happened. He's a good worker for us. Austin Peay on the attack. That's Dries down the left sideline there. She's trying to work it in to find a player to go with her. Find a cross as that ball is trying to get dug out by Arve and eventually gets knocked forward by Wise. That's Avery Wise, not Ashley in the net there. Not sure what the intention was there. That might have just been a deflection, might have been too much power on a pass. Either way, Ashley Wise has it now. Avery and Ashley Wise, two sets of sisters here, as a lot of the Wysong clan has joined us this afternoon. Evie is out now. She was not intending to redshirt the year, but is now a medical redshirt, but we'll see if Annie Wysong can get on the pitch. Good chance for the Governors here. Potential save from Wise. The sliding kick came in and she connected to it. Not the strongest shot, but at that point you just need to get it by the keeper with enough pace to get in. Wise down quickly. Covers up the ball, covers up herself. She took a nasty collision in the North Florida game in a similar situation. Punt comes forward. AP controls briefly, but possession kind of fluid right now, bouncing around the midfield. Now AP has it in control. Avery Wise almost picked that one up. Now Brett Howard, guarding the attacking Governor, blocks the shot and comes up with the steal. Brett Howard blocking shots and stealing just like a basketball player. As here we come forward, Padilla is carrying, but she's dispossessed and going the other way. That was 13. Anna McPhee with the takeaway. Collision there. And the call is on Padilla going forward. Austin Peay is going to have a very favorable free kick spot here. This is, if this was Kylie Thielen, this would definitely be shooting range for her. We'll see what they elect to do in this situation as the ref paces the 10 yards off for the four-woman wall in this case. All 11 of the field players are back. Obviously, Wise normally back there between the posts, but there is no outlet for the Hatters. The Governors have one player who's about 20 yards on the Hatter side of the 50, and Dion has no help with her if something goes wrong. Cross over the wall, comes in, free header, but played towards the middle of the box before someone is bowled over for the foul. And apparently one fan was very interested in the outcome of that and very, very vocal about it. We do have a crowd mic here at Hatter Vision Productions, and we cannot control their free speech. Ashley Wise here to put it back in play momentarily. Just over midfield. Massey controls after the headed ball, trying to find Washington, who turns in and finds Padilla with a good touch. Padilla with a pullback and couldn't complete the play there. She had a beautiful move on the pullback that got her into the free to look for Washington, but couldn't connect to her. Now they find Washington out there on the side. Washington with the immediate try to cross. Still trying to cross over the end line, though, for a goal kick. Waiting for the signal there. I believe it was off Washington, but flag goes up when he intends to say something. Whistle goes down, then the ruling. Could have ruled goal kick or corner from that position. But goal kick it is, and Dion to put it back into play for Austin Peay. First ball headed by Austin Peay, then the second, but the second ball won there by the Hatters here. Ref's letting that one go. I believe he's playing advantage there, even though the arm's not in the air. Maybe he just didn't want to call it. Washington with a low line drive, but a couple taps on the ground, take a lot of bite out of that shot, and Dion covers up for another save. Dion's, I believe, third save of the night, but I'm not certain. It might be her second there. I'm trying to see if they're updating the scoreboard, if they did it when I wasn't looking. We track saves, shots, and corner kicks on our scoreboard, as well as the score, obviously. This is the first game that's been working since early in the year when it got struck by lightning. Stetson trying to control possession now, but Avery Wise can't do much with that as she sees it sail over her head. She was making a run forward. Arve was back to cover her spot for her. Brett Hauer was trying to connect with her, but just a little too much strength on that shot. Anderson turns off Wise, and now Anderson has a bit in the open field. She plays it through. That's Heisterman with it. Back to Anderson. Anderson trying to come forward. Massey had a grip there and let her go to avoid being called for the foul. Now we're out here wide and tackled away, but at the cost of a corner kick for the visitors. They got their goal on the corner kick here, and now they are all coming forward again. Heisterman was taking the corners in the first half, but it looks like they've moved to 14 Torrey Chase to see this one. You'll see this one fly into the screen. It's a right-footed approach. This should be an outswinger if it's in the air. Good attempt for the Governors there. They won't. The only disappointing fact they'll have there is the fact it did not go in. I believe that was McMahon again who got loose on that. She's about 3 or 4 inches taller than about everyone on her team, so if there's someone you want to go up there and get that on the Governor's side, that's who it would be. It's kind of like me when I walk into a room. I'm about 6'5", and usually people come up to about my shoulder. Wise puts it forward again. Flicked along. Second ball still being fought for. Padilla fighting for it and sending it forward to Struble. Struble with a good move, and it's a 1v1 here as he approaches goal. Cuts in. Shot. Goal from Struble on the run. And Stetson goes into the lead. What can't be underestimated there was the fact that that play just developed there. Padilla, when she played that ball forward from the midfield, she was just trying to get it to an offensive player there. She couldn't do a lot of control and just won a 1v1 battle and got Struble in stride. All she did was beat one opponent, cross up another opponent there. She pulled an Allen Iverson on the soccer pitch there with a crossover and beat her to the right bottom side. Those men you saw celebrating behind the goal briefly when that went in would be the Stetson men's soccer team who beat South Florida last night. These teams love supporting each other when they can. Usually one team's on the road, one team's at home, so they don't get it that often. They'll take advantage of tonight. Then the women's team will come out and cheer on the men on Saturday night. This is going to be a yellow card for, I believe that's Anderson there, as she just bowled over a player committing a foul. Yellow card to 22 Anderson. And that's now the Governor's striker picks up a yellow. Those numbers are going forward, but I'd be really surprised to see this on over the top, but this is somewhat surprising. Wasn't really in the goal box. Second ball still being battled for before it's pounded forward and out for a throw-in. This will be a sub on the Stetson side.
Entering for your header, number 20, Izzy Gautier. Replacing number 8,
Izzy Gautier, as you heard George Woodill call back into the game after her start. She goes up top this time. She was playing in the back as a right back, but she's a really versatile player, and they have her playing up top, especially with fresh legs right now. And the run of the play kind of in the middle, but obviously the counterattack being dangerous for the Hatters as they got the go-ahead goal on it. Avery Wise with the interception here, and now the Hatters are regrouping, building for an attack. Won't be a counter this time. They'll try to press out of an offensive build. Massey with the turn there. Wise keeps it in bounds, trying to shield off that defender, plays it inside to Buadottir. Telma Sif Buadottir, the junior out of Iceland, but she's graduating a year early as she gets a 1-2 with Arve, and the Hatters are moving forward there, trying to connect with Gautier there on the outside line. Hatters maintain possession, and they're continuing to build forward, trying to put this Governor defense back on its heel till a misplay. This is going to go over the line for a goal kick. It was some good build.
Again, both teams.
I believe that's Georgia Place.
Entering for Austin Peay, 10. Media Croft.
Yeah, Georgia Place, 13 on for the Hatters. Number 7, Gabby Padilla, off for the Hatters. So it's put back into play here. That's Dries on the sideline, tries to get it past Arve, but that leg stuck out, prevents the pass at the cost of a throw-in. Austin Peay doing what every team does, trying to walk forward on the throw-in, ref admonishment and sends it back. Goes both ways every time. Take everything you can get on the soccer pitch. Make them whistle and send you back. Smart play from both sides. Wise puts it over the top here, but something developing until that shot there that Wise smothers again. This time she'll pick it up and she'll boot this ball, trying to get it over that midfield stripe. Maybe put it down in front of her and get a couple yards before she kicks it. That shot was from McPhee, number 13. Anna McPhee, a 5'2" senior out of Nelson, New Zealand for the Governors. Austin Peay trying to regroup here and see if they can find an equalizer. Going forward, Avery Wise ends that attack as a switch from Arve in Place, and Place is driving forward, and she's got options on either side. She boots it towards goal. I don't know if she was looking for a deflection or looking for a player. That was right by Gautier making the run forward. She had Chloe Washington and Hannah Arve in support, but took the chance there, and I think she was just hoping for a redirect. It was a bit far out for a shot there, especially aground, but I believe the Michael Squat quote, which was taken from Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots you do not take. And right now there's a chance here, but Wise covers. Normally they'll whistle that bump like that, but since Wise has it in her hands, if he whistled her, he's got to card her for something at that point. And I think that was just a verbal admonishment about bumping the keeper in the box when there was no play on the ball. Wise boots it forward. Good control here by Austin Peay as they group up for offense, sending it back to solidify possession and set up an attack. This is Dries down the sideline here with Arve defending. Arve with the leg out in the defense, a good steal, and now Arve's coming forward. She's got Washington in the middle and connects with her, but Washington was caught flat-footed, and the retreating defense got to her and forced that tackle away from her as Austin Peay maintains possession. Dries carrying here forward, number 3 for the AP. She's trying to go forward and gets her pocket picked by Telma Sif Buadottir. Place coming forward with a juke. Ref was trying to play advantage. Place got around her. The advantage was lost, and so the free kick happened. And now we have a yellow card for the offender there. I'm not sure if that was necessarily persistent infringement or just the foul call itself. Regardless, this is about a yard on the Austin Peay side of the field. Thielen and Bretthauer kind of hovering over it. I would expect Thielen to take this one, but Bretthauer's kind of lining up for it. Bretthauer coming forward there, taps it. Thielen plays it, and she's trying to press forward there as they got a little cute on that one and nearly gave up a counterattack.
Substitution centering for
a couple subs coming on both ways.
20. Allison Lance turns for number 12. Alec Baumgart. Rear headers, number 16. Alexis Smith turns for number 11. Telma Sif Buadottir.
Hatters get it back into play with the throw in there. Washington shielding as she tried to play it forward there. I believe that was Gautier up there making the run there, but just couldn't connect with her. Regardless, they go back and try to regroup, end up playing it out of bounds for Austin Peay to take a throw in there. We are 2-1, Stetson over the Governors right now. 28 minutes to go, second half. If the Governors were to tie it, there is no longer overtime outside of the postseason here. Right now, the Hatters aren't thinking about that. The Hatters want one more, as a couple Governors have a little meeting there, and they end up giving up the ball to a deep throw, but a couple of them ran into each other and knocked each other over. Hatters unable to take advantage, though, as it's now in their third, and Avery Wise will get us back underway by throwing it in. This Arve has it bounce off a shin guard, but Hatters recover it briefly there before the press turns it over. Drees with it, and she wants to change the point of attack to the left side of the field and succeeds in doing so. Austin Peay going forward. Round 3, round 4, played inside and cleared out. It was a good run for the Governors there, as they're still on the offensive side of the field and they're attacking again. Ball going deep here. I think that's going to be saved and sent in. Headed away, though. Good defense there, but only as far as the edge of the box. Now it's cleared out of there significantly, and that back line will step up, and Austin Peay will have to rebuild their attack. Good positioning by the center backs in there, as we had a couple crossing opportunities, and they got heads to them to send them wide, protecting that goal and that one-goal lead. But AP still threatening here. AP picks up the foul there, or the handball. It was being played in the air, and I'm not sure. That might have come in contact with the hand. Foul and a free kick regardless, though. Taken relatively quickly, but the Hatter back line was ready for it. That skips off the top of Avery Wise's head as Arve tries to win a foot race there, but Drees comes up with it. She's in the corner and doesn't have a lot to go. Arve with a bit of a trip there. She was going for the tackle, connected with ball. Maybe a card, but I think he's just marking the spot. He was reaching in his pocket. I think he got his spray out. I believe this is 25 McMahon taking it, but I'm not certain here because she's normally taller than everyone else, but there's no one else around her. My bad, that's 23 there. That's Bryn Connell taking this. I stand corrected again. 20 on that one. Allison LaLance on that one. There's the whistle. Cross comes in. Low cross in the box. Still dangerous. Played out. The offense closes out. Shot comes in. Wise in position and collects the save. Very dangerous opportunity as that ball was bouncing around that 6-yard box loose. One wrong touch there, and it's a tie game again, and AP has life. We still have about 25 minutes to go. Hatters clinging to that one-goal lead, giving up the opening goal in the opening half of scoring 2 in the second half in about the first 18 minutes. Free kick given up almost from the kickoff point. The difference here, everybody's forward, and now this time it's McMahon taking the kick. Big 25, striding up, plays it up over the top. This is a good cross that Wise can't come out and challenge. Still loose in the box. Push in the back gets called, and the chance goes away. Saw that many times last night in Tampa watching Stetson men's soccer play South Florida. It was a very physical contest yesterday, too, just as physical in here today as we have some subs lining up the next time the ball goes out. 2 for Austin Peay, 1 for Stetson. Another free kick call. Had a spell like this in the first half to where there were a lot of whistles, and a lot of times when refs do that, apparently we're allowing subs on free kicks now. Not quite certain what the misunderstanding there was, but they're going to force those subs right back off. They were sending on, I believe, Struble for Washington, but that has to wait. Very physical night last night, though, at Tampa's. South Florida went down to Stetson. Played over the top here. No one to get on the end of it. Gautier in the area. She's, I think, a bit upset because she had a real opportunity that one. I think she knows it. Regardless, Stetson's still in front, but if you can get your name on that score sheet, it's something you treasure. Chloe Washington.
Alec Baumgart returns for number 13. Also entering number 15. Number 35.
There it is.
Marley Niederhausen. For your hitters, number 8, Maggie Struble.
George Woodill calling the subs there as I make way for him, so our stat inputters can actually hear that if they don't see the subs immediately. Also, I'm not sure how loud he's coming through at home, but hopefully the crowd mic's picking him up pretty well. That's going to be a free kick. Austin Peay is going to try to go fast, but Stetson covered up the ball there to make sure that attempt didn't go through too quick. Whistle still hasn't gone, and Paul's technically still allowed to be played right now. Alessandro Gabani put in a shot from about 60 yards in a similar situation where the keeper was not paying attention here. I did not hear a second whistle blow coming for the dead ball, but there must have been one because there's the whistle to put it back in play. Shot into the wall and off a face. Dries puts it in, but she's offside before the shot even goes off. She was about a yard behind the Hatter back line there and was wide open when the pass comes through. Usually when that happens, it means they're offside. As we have another sub lined up here at the next opportunity for Stetson over there on that far sideline. Wise will put this one back into play first. Ashley Wise, that is. Avery's up here on the left wing, number 33, maybe just coming into camera view as Brett Hauer plays it forward. Harvey plays it forward. Struble was looking for Gautier there, but I think it went off a bit awkwardly as it went into the air. AP trying to counterattack here. Good through ball from Anderson. Chance here. Shot saved by Wise. Golden opportunity that maybe went along the wayside is that shooter had more chance, I think, more time than I think she knew on that chance there. Getting myself a little tongue-tied here because that was kind of a shock. But sometimes when that goalie's lined up, she's in a perfect spot to make that stop there. Regardless, AP coming forward again. On that last breakaway, that was number 10, Olivia Prock on that chance. Anderson with it now, cuts on the inside, passes. Good tracking back, has a clearance from Alexis Smith. And now it's on that AP side of the field, but they have the ball and they can regroup the attack right now. 20 minutes left. 70 minutes gone. 2-1 Hatters as we're here at the ATC in DeLand, Florida for Thursday night women's soccer. An ASUN action. No whistle there, but Stetson comes out a bit better. May have just been waiting to see what happened there. Place plays it forward. Skipped off the head of Gautier. Trying to be covered outside the box before playing it back. Collision in the box. I believe it's going to end up being a goal kick, and that's the ruling there. The play off the foot forced the goalkeeper to not be able to play that.
Substitution. Entering the game, number 3. Chloe Weinberger. Number 7, Anthony Padilla. Georgia Bliss.
Padilla and Weinberger back on. Weinberger will be here on this near side this time around. Playing that left wing coming up here forward. Her speed surprised Dries in the early going last time. We'll see if Dries is a bit more caught up and ready for her this time around as Dion puts it back into play for AP. Padilla puts a couple hands on the back and then ref blows his whistle. That's an easy foul to call. Sometimes they do get away with that. Bouncing free kick and Ashley Wise brings it down. Chance over for Austin Peay. You always got to love some of these soccer crowds, as it were. 22 Anderson up there guarding Ashley Wise making sure she's no longer rolling it forward and booting it from the ground. She's making her punt the ball now. So AP wins the second ball, and they develop some possession here, and they're coming forward. Anderson with it now, covered by Padilla and Smith there. Plays it inside. Massey forces it back outside. Smith picks up Anderson. Anderson with a cut in and a shot. Wise with the save there. Ashley Wise, full extension, covered the ball. I'm not sure if she intentionally fumbled that forward. She fumbled it about a foot in front of her to kill a couple seconds there. Veteran goalkeeper move there. Headed forward, and that clock is going to stop. Massey took what looked like an elbow to the back of the head. He might immediately have to call the trainer. This might be a protocol substitution coming up. She's moving at least, which is a good sign. Yellow card issued for the foul there. I believe that was to number 12. So that's Baumgart. Picks up a yellow card there for the foul on Massey. I would call that a physical foul, but I wouldn't go far to say a dirty foul. Maybe some frustration, but I didn't sense it. I think it was just two players going for the ball.
Yellow card position.
Thielen to play this one forward here. Good cross into the box. Free run from Struble, but she misses the header and the ball sails just wide. The thing about that run, even with Struble missing the header, it put the goalkeeper in a bad spot because she had to defend for Struble's header, and she had to helplessly watch the free kick there. If that free kick's on target, she would have been unable to save it because the interference that Struble put on her.
Number 13, Anna McPhee. Number 20, Allison Lance. Also entering number 35, Marley Niederhauser. Number 15, Haley Patterson. For your Hatters, number 11, Thomas Robert. Number 16, Alexis Smith. Also number 18, Chloe Washington. Number 20, Amy Dottier.
Somebody in for 6 minutes.
Which 16? Ours, or which, is it 013 we want to know about, or what? Which stuff? I don't know. Did you mark 2 each way?
Yeah.
Good enough. I'll fix it later if I have to. Trying to fix some substitutions up here from the scorers table as we couldn't quite hear George coming in. I was speaking a bit over to him, and we couldn't exactly see the numbers on there. AP attacks down the sideline. They're going to cross it in, but that's a group of Hatters who pretty much had the idea of who can play to it. Chloe Washington digs herself out of trouble, trying to find Struble, but couldn't quite connect to her. A trailing foot got in the way of that pass. It bounced out wide. Dries coming forward now. She's got Proc on her left, or Proc on her right, excuse me. Tries to play it. Couldn't connect with her, out for a goal kick. As Stetson rotates another fresh body into the game. Unless they're going to wait for the next opportunity here, because the ball's not in play yet. Looks like we're going to wait till the next subbing opportunity for that player to go in, as Wise sends it forward to Wise, who heads it forward. Ball went out, though. And that'll be a throw-in for the Hatters after the sub. Zoe Weinberger will depart for Arve. Weinberger wasn't in that long, but usually if that's the case or something like that, I believe he's sending Arve out here with a message for the players around, or maybe get some more energy in, or maybe defensive change. There's a lot of things that left wing position could do going forward and going back, that change. Anyway, throw comes into Arve. Little collision of the Governors there. Arve trying to jockey it loose until eventually it goes out of bounds there. Quick throw. And I'm not sure what the ref saw, but he's giving AP another throw on that. I thought it had went off of number 10, Proc's heel there. Regardless, Hatters end up coming with possession. Foot race won by Thielen. Played out of position, though. They saw Wise off her line and tried to shoot it in there, and now Wise is going to waste some more time and make Anderson come up there and make her pick it up. They exchange some pleasantries before Wise walks forward. It's just a little gamesmanship between the veteran Hatters goalkeeper there, as she's wasting a couple more times with that 1-goal lead. Massey plays it into some space, but nobody for the Hatters can come onto it. It goes over the top, going to go right back to Wise, who's going to burn some more clock. Anderson comes forward again. You can kind of see a little bit of the frustration on Anderson's face, as what Wise is doing might be affecting her a little bit. But it also can turn into motivation very quick. Ashley boots it forward there off the back of the head of Massey. Controlled by Arve, played forward. Washington trying to run it down, forces the defense to play it out, giving the Hatters a throw in the final third of the Governors. We're down to 13:15 on the clock. 2-1 lead for the Hatters. They're trying to see out a win and get back into the win column and move up the ASUN table. Austin Peay hoping to do something different to that and take some points away from this Hatter team too. Right now, the difference in the game. Maggie Struble with the go-ahead goal. She got a play from Georgia. Sorry, I'm mixing up my players. That's Gabby Padilla. But we'll check that just for a minute as Austin Peay is on the attack there. Good move by Thielen as she stops the ball and then jukes around a defender. Hatters with the possession coming forward. Looking for Padilla down the sideline. Defender has it and shielding on Padilla, trying to turn on her, but gives up the corner kick to get back to it. Padilla made a play for Maggie Struble, bumped her into the open field. Struble juked around a pair of defenders, was able to beat Austin Peay's goalkeeper, Dion, to give Hatters a 2-1 lead. Avery Wise stepping up in defense from that left back spot, forces a throw in. Forces Austin Peay to slow down. That's Anderson with it, trying to get around the side. She's dribbling around the sideline, covered by Massey and Wise. She gives it up to Arve. Arve looking for Struble. Struble tries to play it through the defense and couldn't quite come up with it. Anderson back again. Struble tracking back, but Anderson plays all the way through. Proc down the sideline. Takes his shot. Looked like it was careening for the post. Wise there regardless and hangs on. Wise hangs on to it for a few seconds as Austin Peay will no longer let her roll the ball and play it forward. Flag goes up for offside on this near side, but goes right back down after the ref waves it off. AP setting up possession here. This is Dries on the sideline. Arve with the takeaway. Dries taps it out. Stetson throw. And substitution both ways. Struble exits for what should be the final time tonight. Right now, the game winner will go to Maggie Struble as Georgia Place takes her spot at the top of the attack, the striker role. Maybe Switching time and formation. Avery Wise with a good keep in place, has her defender shields it, heads it down, keeps possession of it, still place carrying. Defender on her back finds Buadater, who plays it up to Washington. Washington with a chance here, shot and blocked, but it falls back to Massey. Massey looking for Arve down the left side. Arve carrying to the corner. Kicks it off the defender. Corner kick for Stetson. Their first of the night, and we are in the 81st minute. They will take their time with this kick, though, with the 2-1 lead and under 10 minutes to go. This looks like Padilla lining up to take it. That would be number 7, Gabby Padilla. She's setting up for it on her right foot, trying to get an in-swinger in. She'll want to put it about goalpost high. She doesn't like to go too high in the air. Little higher than goalpost high. Massey with a header forward. Washington with a shot and a goal! The insurance goal Stetson was looking for. Chloe Washington puts it in. 3-1 Hatters. Chloe Washington gets on the score sheet. The Hatters have a 2-goal lead and 10 minutes till 3 points on the ASUN table. Unless Austin Peay can do something in this final few minutes to rescue something from this game. Time will tell. Austin Peay doesn't look like they have their heads hung. They're ready to go forward. Kickoff taken, we're back underway. Chipped forward. 15 heads it forward, but it's right to Thielen. 15 being Haley Patterson. We'll see what can happen from there.
36th minute of the second half. Hatter goal. 15 Washington. Assist 15 Massey. Goal scored in the 36th minute of the second half.
George Woodill announcing the Hatter goal from Washington. Calling out the assist for Massey, which I believe that. I think there'll be a second one, but I'll have to go back and take a look on film for that. Austin Peay with a chance here. Proc on the sideline after receiving it from Dries. She's going to try to send it back in. Dispossessed and cleared by Brett Hauer. Only out as far as Dries, though, as it's still in the final third for Austin Peay going forward, and they're maintaining possession. Out wide. Proc tries to play it in, blocked by Wise, tries to cross it in, blocked by Wise again, and Arve's running forward, pressing. She finds Place up the sideline, who tips it forward. Place should be able to run on the end of this, keeps it in play, but McMahon over there trying to get on her. Place comes out with it, back to Arve in the middle. Sent out wide as Arve is kind of plowed over. It'll be a throw-in for the Hatters, though, no whistles. AP's player is back up. She's hobbled a little bit there as she moves towards her defensive location. I think that's just a meeting of the knees right there, though. Or it could be that and a combination of 82 minutes of chasing the Hatters around today. That throw-in goes into Arve as she wrestles for the ball. AP wins it out. They're looking to turn and come forward here as Proc plays it back centrally, and now they're building an attack here. Switching the point of attack. Alexander's got a lot to deal with there as the overlap's coming, and she's being forced inside. Shot on net. Wise with a good two-handed save. Frankly, I'm surprised she didn't fumble that in front of her, try to kill some more clock. Wise with her 10th save of the match. That should be a career high for the junior goalkeeper. Plays it forward off the back of the head of Washington as she tries to play it forward. Kind of being knocked around right now till I believe that was Brett Hauer booted it out.
Austin Peay, number 14, Corey Case, replacing number 13, Anna McPhee. Also in number 22, Annabelle Anderson. Number 10, Olivia Brock. Freer Hatter. Number 16, Alexis Smith. Number 11,
Alexis Smith comes on, and she's hoping to close this one out as Telma Sif-Buadater exits to make room for her and the 11 that's on the field for the Hatters. AP looking dangerous here, trying to press. Great shot attempt, just couldn't find the frame there. It looked like it had the height to get over Wise, but just off frame. Regardless, Wise will take a drink of water. She'll grab that ball from behind the net. She'll take her time getting it forward with a little trot there and put us back into play in a minute.
33. I knew it all the whole time. Was that on target?
Wise boots it back into play after fielding that kick that was off target. 3-1 Hatter lead, 5:42 to go here at the ATC in DeLand, Florida on Hatter Vision YouTube. As that ball bounces around and got a friendly bounce for the Governors now. Briefly cleared out by Washington, but still a threat here as Dries tries to shoot. Can't make past Washington. Washington just sends it forward trying to find Place, but McMahon comes up with it. Place with a good dispossession, and the Hatters have numbers here. It's 3-on-3 right now. Padilla plays it wide to Arve. Arve carries. Waiting for the cut inside. There it is. Arve over one. Not past the second, though, and McMahon clears it out for the Governors. We're trying to look at end-to-end action here. Misplayed on the defense right there as Brett Hauer is in a one-on-one with Anderson here until help got back. Shot from Anderson, save from Wise. Number 11 on the night for Ashley Wise in net, who is staring down getting the W after trailing in this game. The offense showed up in the second half with 3 unanswered goals. Wise puts it in the air near the midfield. Everyone misses it. Still battling for the second ball. Padilla can't make it, but Washington can. Picked it up carrying forward. Padilla's slow to get up, but ref doesn't want to end the attack as that one's knocked off of Chloe Washington's knees and going to go over the end line, but we still have a player down and we're going to stop. Gabby Padilla was slow to get up. It looked like the knees knocked together there. Trainer being waved on now. We'll take a moment of commentary while they check on Gabby Padilla on the field there.
Scoreboard. Chris.
Audrey, learning anything? What was up? What were you late?
I had a spot session for my test.
All right. You gonna be here Saturday or Sunday?
I have to check my note for Sunday, but Saturday I should be here.
All right. I'm gonna put you on social media on Saturday. You're gonna tweet. Gabby Padilla will go off from injury, and number 19, Annie Weissong, will come out here and hopefully play these final 4 minutes for the Hatters here. Throwing comes in, and the clock is churning again. 3-1 Hatter lead there. Hannah Arve trying to carry it inside after her and Place had a little bit coming together, and they were playing in a phone booth and came out all right. Thielen picks this one off as it's kind of desperation time for the Governors if they want anything out of this. A lot of long crosses and a lot of deep runs here. Across the back line, I believe that's Alexander on the far side. Thielen, Brett Hauer, and Avery Wise, back four for the Hatters here. They're going to have their hands full as the attack's going to be coming in quick succession here from Austin Peay. Chloe Washington even farther back there as Georgia Place, the only outlet for the Hatters, standing up front. And she's at the edge of the Hatter final third. Anderson to play it in. Wise collects. Ashley Wise collects, rather. She'll burn a few seconds as we are just under 3 minutes here at the ATC in DeLand, Florida, the Athletic Training Center for those unfamiliar with it. Wise boots it forward. AP won the first ball and maintained possession without a second, and now they're driving forward again. Stetson just trying to see this one out as the player took a shot there. If she looked up, she had Proc wide open to her right as Avery Wise had sucked in to defend the interior area, and Proc would have had a chance. She was onside. But alas, the shot goes out of bounds. Gautier comes in for Washington, 20 for 18. Defensive sub there. Clock stopped at 2:23 until Wise booted it away. You could tell Wise is getting a bit tired. She has been busy booting goal kicks and punts back there all night. But a bit of shared possession in the midfield. I believe that is Gautier with it, but she's dispossessed by the Governors, and they're going forward because they got nowhere else to go. 120 seconds left in this one as we have just spun under 2 minutes. Great shielding of the ball over there, and it's a wrestling match till I was going to say till the Hatters came with it, and they're still going at it. Frustration there mounting for Austin Peay. Down 2 goals, final couple minutes here. Stetson about to make another sub as the clock is still just turning. Now the referee stops it. I don't think any cards were issued as he just verbally warned both players.
Don't matter. Is 23 in the game for them? Or is that 30?
After substitution, game number 4, Kendall Brittingham.
Gautier departs for Brittingham. I'm not sure that was intended, but Brittingham looked like with a bit of a limp over there. Hopefully that's just nothing and me seeing things. Ashley Wise, almost said Avery there, puts it back in play, and we're back down in the final third as our scoreboard has gone out. We had around a minute to play, and our scoreboard has turned off. So I really hope somebody was keeping track of time. There, we're back on now. Minute 6 to go. 3-1 Hatter lead. AP driving forward here.
1 minute remaining.
Leah Alexander clears it out of bounds. Kills a couple more seconds for the throw in. Georgia Place still the only Hatter position player that's up front for the clear out. Smith trying to find her shot. That gave Wise a lot more trouble than I initially thought it would. But dive, solid grip, brought it to the ground. I believe her 12th save of the match. 25 seconds to go. Ball in the air. You should hear George Woodhill with the 10-second countdown shortly. Place shielding the ball, just trying to run out this clock.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that'll do it for this game tonight. Hatters take the win, 3-1. We enjoyed having you here tonight on the Hatter Vision production here at the Athletic Training Center. As they go down and celebrate with Ashley Wise picking up the win. We hope you join us here Saturday night for Stetson men's soccer. They got a big test because Lipscomb 9th ranked RPI Lipscomb comes to town. That'll be on Hatter Vision YouTube Saturday night, 6:45 live stream start time. Commentary on the kickoff. I'm Joseph Ashley. I thank you for joining us tonight, and I'll remind you one more time to take it out here. Hatters win 3-1 over Austin Peay. Thank you for joining us.